Anybody else?
Hello.
Hey everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today. Divine Dabblings with Mr. Dress Up.
Fabio. Fabio. Hi V. Hi Lena. Yes, it's my pre-Halloween outfit.
I'm taking care...
Witch Hunter General.
That's funny. I was putting V into my list here, you know, that I'm creating to, and it auto-corrected it to B. B-E-E.
Well, we're going to all be a busy bee today without Violet.
Yes, Violet Lotus is not here, so everybody be patient with me. I am taking the list down. And Mr. O, if you can just kind of keep your eye on people, just to, you know, let me know.
Okay, well...
when I'm doing the Oracle for the Collective.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And Lena does have a question. Let's see. I'm going to get that down for Lena real quick. So yes, Violet's taking the day off, so we are manning the ship, so to speak. All right, I got that. And I'll get V's real quick. Oop.
Thanks, Lena.
All right. And Aries, the Aries.
And you were first. General read in regards to career.
All right. Good. I think I've got everybody who's on the list so far, right?
I think so.
All right.
Okay, so when you do the card for the collective.
Did anybody else pop in?
No, you're fine, Ari.
Okay, come here. Yeah, you're fine. All right, let me get the list. All right,
No one else has
will
popped
be
in at all.
the list so far. So I'm going to get the card for the collective going, which is the Season of the Witch Oracle, Samhain Oracle. I used the Halloween Oracle on Thursday. I'm going to kind of switch off and on with these two, I think. I may use this one next Thursday and then Halloween next Sunday. All right.
And I'm experimenting with things in the camera room on this view, at least, where we have the card view and that. So, in the spirit of Halloween, and of course, we are beginning to break out all of our Halloween themed kind of decks, or whatever you want to call that.
Hey, I decided to just pull the top one this time, Mr. O.
You did.
And an interesting one indeed.
It is.
It's Scorpio approved.
Scorpio approved. Greet the darkness. Number 19. Here, where the spine bends and the mouth quivers, breathes the hidden. The pieces that make you whole, but cut deep with all of their sharp edges.
Sorry, I thought you were
I was going for
stammering. Oh, you were going for, I see. I'm sorry.
Stammer.
I destroyed the mood again for you. Sorry. Somehow I do that.
It's
All
okay.
right. So.
Hi, Kara.
Hey, Kara. Hopefully it will get you on the list. We're doing it today.
Maybe.
Violet's got the day off. Darkness. You might get a sense of terror from what you can't see. But not all hidden things are bad. There are many things that you cannot see that hold the secret to life, abundance, and renewal. Like the lotus flower that blooms from the darkness of muddy waters, there is beauty in the darkness for those who know where to look with their heart. You have pulled Greet the Darkness as a call to go deep into your dark corners. There are parts of you that are beautiful, yet remain undiscovered. You must allow yourself to open to the unknown. You can do this by confronting old wounds, lost memories, feelings of shame, guilt, and disappointment. This is called shadow work, a practice that allows you to make friends with your demons rather than hide from them. What seems like a monster is really a lost part of you needing your love and support. When feelings such as anger and resentment and chaos come around, it's because those feelings are trying to protect you in the only way they know how. Anger only knows anger and can only offer its support in that way. Chaos only knows chaos, so that is the only way it can get your attention. Those feelings are trying to help you find the beautiful gems that are waiting in the dark spaces of your being. Confront whatever feelings you have surrounding your situation. Allow those feelings to surface and face them without fear. Greet them and ask them how you can work together. Journal your meditative conversations with your dark parts. Within their words of advice, you will discover the lost or missing pieces of yourself. And it's really interesting about that card. Did I take that card from you?
You must have, because I think I gave it back to you.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. Hi, Melinda.
You mean
also
I was
known as
talking the
Mandy.
whole time in the card? Hey, Mandy. Good to see you. I'll update the list in a minute. We're moderating today. Violet's off. Chaos knows chaos. Anger knows anger. This whole idea, though, of confronting your feelings, don't hide from your feelings. Don't fear your feelings. Face your fears. Face your anger. Face your resentments. And analyze it and understand it. And accept that part of you that needs healing. Anything you want to add, Mr. Shadow Man?
I like that. I mean, I'm always about, the shadow in my own way. I feel that sometimes if you are not able to confront that shadow, then that shadow will confront you. And that it may, bring out some of those messages you're missing at the most inopportune time. But that's the way shadow may work, because sometimes it just really has to kind of be right there in your face, or otherwise, you can repress it, because that's what shadow does too, is allow you to sort of move it into a corner, not deal with it until all of a sudden you may have to.
All right. That's what we have for the collective. Good luck with that. Thank you for your observations, Mr. O.
And you're welcome.
So today, Mr. O will be using the Halloween Lenormand, and I'll be using the La Santa Muerte Lenormand. Sorry.
Nice.
All right.
Hi, Sile.
Hi, Sile.
Yes, you may.
You can be added to the list. We're keeping the list today. Violet is off for the day. Yeah, I thought so. So let me update it one more time. And
So for the month of October, which is Halloween month, as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to be doing the occasional, not exactly random, but occasional card utilizing one of my several vampire-themed decks. And I'm thinking of starting this tomorrow, calling it, it's just going to be an extra card. It won't take the place of any other card we're doing. But I'm going to call it Monday, Bloody Monday. Or I could call it Undead Monday.
think about it. Take a poll. So is this for the collective, just your cards
Yeah,
for the
it'll
day?
just be an extra card for Halloween month.
And it'll be on YouTube.
Mondays,
It'll be
yeah.
available on YouTube also.
Well, I may also throw it on Facebook, etc.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Awesome.
Alrighty.
Okay. Well, let's get going. Let's get this show on the road because more people might be coming.
Hi,
and
Victoria.
I got a list to keep up. So we are. Oh, hi, Victoria. Hey, I'll get you on the list. Is it Thanksgiving? No. We must pass Halloween.
Only if you're giving.
All right. Let me update that.
Oh, I see. I'm dressed like a Puritan.
Oh,
Maybe.
oh.
I sort of think I'm a witch hunter. I'm Witch Finder General. Vincent Price movie? Is that what it's called? Witch Finder General?
You would know, not me.
Only I would
you
know,
know
that's
that.
right.
All right, you want to take a deck first for, I believe it is, Ari, who came in first.
All right, so
Did we get a question from you, Ari? I don't remember.
yeah, general
seeing it.
reading, career.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I have it. Silly me. Oh, we're just-
Well, you have to have the head to wear the hat, as a friend of mine once said.
Well, and the hat is making Mr. O be on his toes today, backing me up.
We'll see.
All right, that's fine, Victoria. As long as you hang around, too.
Yeah, we're not going to press for questions. We're kind of just taking it as we can.
Well, you got to be here, because if it starts to get busy, then
Well,
we have
then
to
you're out
pass
of
you
luck.
by. Sunny is passed out to the world here.
So I'm going to start off mild with the Global Fusion Intuitive Tarot for Ari.
Multitasking. No, that's evil. Evil stuff, multitasking.
You're a witch!
No. I drove myself insane multitasking. I'm just not cut out for it, I guess. Although you would think as an Aries, I would be. Anyway.
Alrighty, so our first card is the Three of Cups.
I get it. No, sometimes you have to. Three of Cups upright?
Mm-hmm. And then it's the Four of Cups upright.
I have a thought here.
And then it's the Two of Cups upright. Now that's kind of weird.
So,
I've been using this deck for a while, so I'm not sure how that happened. But they're all upright.
That's such a hat, and 2 of Cups. Holy moly.
Yeah.
So it seems to me,
Career.
yeah, now career reading. I don't know if this is going to be your actual career path, Ari, or if this is just where you're going to find yourself sometime in the future. But I get the feeling here that you might be heading towards a job that has some entertainment angle to it. Now, I don't know if that means working in a bar where there's performances. I don't know if that means working for concert venues, or some other forms of entertainment. There's so many forms of entertainment out there. One could say going to an art museum is a form of entertainment. So, you could be involved in something that has some performances or maybe some artistic bend to it. I just feel it here. It's definitely people oriented. And either you're collaborating with a lot of people or you're dealing with a lot of people on a day-to-day basis. And, well, I'll let you go. Go ahead.
Well, it definitely has a lot of peopleness to it. I'm not sure really where you're getting entertainment.
I think with the 3 of Cups, I feel this party.
I knew you were going to say that.
This party angle, and what's the other one again?
The 2 of Cups and the 4 of Cups.
Right,
and
the
all
4
apart.
of Cups. I just think an opportunity might present itself.
It could be. It could also just be saying something that is collaborative in general. So if it's not specifically the entertainment field, it may be a field where it's important to have small cells of some sort working on projects. And that could apply to almost anywhere. But maybe there's truly an emphasis on cohesion. Hi, Violet Ann.
Hey, Violet Ann, I'm keeping the list today, so I will get you on it.
Whatever it really is, just really seems to be you're following your heart in a way here, or that you're putting yourself in with a sense of making a trustworthy relationship. So it's like if you can find the people who seem to offer you the things you're interested in, and you feel like you can really get along with their sense of direction to you, or that sense of teamwork, that's where you should go. Naturally, that kind of opens you up to a lot of possibilities, but only you can say really what is it that you're really wanting to you see as an opportunity that you really feel you would be able to be comfortable or harmonize with a group of people working on it.
Do you have what it takes, for example, in the future, or any thoughts about becoming a party planner? Somebody who, puts together events for others as well. There's lots of things involved in that, event planning, whether it's for weddings, whether it's for big parties, graduations, etc. So, I don't know. I almost feel that here, this vibe from these cards. But let's toss the Lenormand and see what they have to add. Yes, we're very spooky today, Violet Ann. Boo. Happy Meowloween. Sunny says. Right? You would wish a happy Meowloween. I know you would. I know. All right. So we have the
key.
Yave, the key.
It
Not
looks
sure
like
how
a
to
key
pronounce
to me.
that one. And La Torre, the tower. Torre. I can never roll my R's. Anyway.
It may only be one syllable. I'm not sure.
Yeah. All
Does
right.
Victoria know maybe?
Well, at any rate, the key is to study. I feel like maybe the key is education too. Maybe that's why I'm seeing so many people as well. I mean, I won't rule out the fact here that you could work for a cultural or educational institution, because there's arts and entertainment there as well.
It's kind of funny you say that, because actually when you were talking about that, that's what my thought was like, this is saying you're idea of a career, wherever it really is going to involve you maybe really finding more education for that area. And that's the key here. And, you know, in Lenormand, the tower is an institution. So in this case, it could be that institutional learning. And even if it's not traditional school, you know, maybe that's something you can do online, or maybe you can do in adult education classes. It still has that sense really of you really liking this, you know, really feeling like this is something you can trust yourself and see growth, see, you know, your progression, and maybe find new partners to work with.
Some pretty positive cards here overall. Hey, Jackie.
Don't worry.
We'll get you on the list. You're not too late.
Spanish pronunciations, Victoria, but we also have Angel here too. So we were wondering if this is pronounced La Torre or La Torre?
La Torre? I think it's La Torre.
Could be.
I can't roll my eyes.
I'm not really sure.
La
And
Torre.
I can't either. La Llave?
La Llave? Lave?
And I'm sorry, it's a little blurry, isn't it?
Anyway, the key and the tower.
The key and the tower.
We could stick to just
We'll
the
stick with
English
English.
pronunciations because I hate to say things wrong. If I think I've got it, I'll say it.
Well, it's an
All right,
opportunity
let
maybe
me
to
pop
learn.
the list out here. I think we're done with you, Ari. That's what it looks like today.
Go to school.
I don't know if that makes any sense to you. Well, you might have to get some training for it, maybe whatever this is, but it might be worthwhile.
Okay, we want proof that you can roll soft tacos. So the real proof comes in the tasting, of course. I know, I gotta go down there. Well, that's a hard bargain. Totally.
All right, Angel Rivera is up, and he wanted an oracle card for the week ahead.
Totally.
And it is my turn anyway, right? So I'll just
Mr.
use-
O has a coffee somewhere and thinks he desperately needs it. There it is.
Well, I don't know if I used the Between the Worlds one for you before, Angel, but I'm going to use it. And I've been pulling 2 cards lately. I'm going to try that because I think most of the interpretations are rather short. Most. Watch, I'll pick the ones that's long and lengthy.
Is
Kind of like to pair these 2 up, though. The Earth and, or the Between the Worlds Oracle. That's what it's called. Oh, thank you, thank you. It's Happy Meowoween on my shirt. And he's dressing like an undertaker or something. Well, not really. But. Oh, okay. Let me take a look here. I'm going to take a moment because I'm going to get Celia's question copied. All right. And it seems like, was there somebody else I had to add? I added Jackie to the list. Okay. And Jackie posted a question already. I'll do that. Oh, Mr. O is gone. Oh, goodness. Sorry I haven't done anything yet. I'm getting questions
It's
in.
okay. I needed to take another Advil. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, Mr. O is having a little bit of a tooth issue today. Oh gosh, and Libra's just come in. Hi, Libra. We'll get you on the list. I'm keeping the list today.
Hi, Libra.
And let's see. We'll put you. All right. And Dr. V is here. Holy moly. Hi, Dr. V. Bear with me. I'm keeping the list. All right. Oh, man. All right. Well, hopefully he'll make it till tomorrow. He'll get into his dentist tomorrow.
I'm not feeling major pain.
Oh, it's not me, Libra. It's him. It's him.
Yeah. It's like maybe a tooth infection. It really swelled up in the last day or so. But it was starting to bug me maybe a day or two before that. and I thought I could just tough it out. I don't think I'm in any pain, but I should take care of it soon.
So when I use these, I take the top and the bottom. So
Thanks, Libra.
and let's
Dr.
see what
Victor.
we have.
No, I can't do Tylenol because of my liver problems, so I can only do ibuprofen kind of things, Advils, things like that. So,
Well,
I'm a case.
they are both reversed. I have the skull reversed. That's number 7. And number 29, the quartz point reversed. So let me take a look at this.
Hi, Perius.
Okay, reversed.
Yes, and I've been doing some salt water too on it, but baking soda is good too. Thank you for that reminder.
Reversed, this is not a good time to proceed with whatever is near the reversed skull. Uh-oh, so we'll have to see what that other card says, Mr. Rivera. So it's not a good time to proceed with whatever is near the reversed skull. It is an automatic and hard no from the ancestors and ancestral spirits. Rather than view it as a negative or punitive, understand that it's a suggestion to keep you on track with your goals and steer you away from poor decisions. Regardless of how subjective you feel you are when reading the cards, the spirits do know how to look after you and may say something that is contradicting what you want at the moment. Please listen to them. Make a note of what cards surround this reversal to understand the nuance of its meaning in relation to your question, and follow the suggested change of course no matter how subtle or obvious. Well, we better check that number 29 then, hey?
The quartz point.
See, I knew there's a reason I wanted to start reading these in pairs, and there just proved one of them. All right, this is a little bit longer, so let's see what it says. You may think you've gained clarity on a particular issue, but you are missing something in your assessment. Perhaps you are missing a bit of the picture and need to push further for information that's lacking. This may be the root cause of your indecisiveness at the moment, when you are normally decisive. If being indecisive is chronic, try spending time meditating or clearing your mind until your thoughts are crystal clear and sharp. We face a lot of noise and confusion in our day-to-day existence, and we all need downtime. If you are well rested and still feel unclear, self-deception may be at work. Are you ready to see clearly, or is the truth perhaps too upsetting? Look to surrounding cards to find the location or specific space in which you may not be seeing things as they are. If you are offering personal or professional advice, ensure you have maintained your objectivity and that you are being unequivocally clear in all communications. Others may be misunderstanding you at the moment due to their own confusion and muddled thinking. Take a breath and understand that at times we need to clarify, no matter how straightforward we feel our communications are. This is really interesting to me because both of them tended to say, well, check the other card. But I think the quartz one really does have the answer here. And it's really more the message of the card, is you can't really move forward well unless you clarify things better, unless you get more information. And as a librarian, you know what that's all about, Mr. Rivera. You know, you try to ask them more questions. If their question is vague, unclear, to try to get them to focus and hone in on what they want. And so I think this is saying, too, that maybe on your job, you know, there may be moments here that people, you know, up and coming, some of the students coming in, etc., are going to be throwing things at you that you really are going to need clarification on before you can proceed in a good manner. And maybe it's from professors too. You know how obtuse they can be at times. And so I think it's related to work in some ways and some things you might be getting in the week ahead that, you know, before you're going to be able to help somebody or move forward with the advice that you give, you're going to need better clarification.
That's a good comment there, Parius. And yeah, that's once again the Between the Worlds Oracle set.
Yes, you can show the book if you want.
I will.
All right.
Okay, We'll see you later, Violet
Okay,
Ann.
take care, Violet Ann.
We'll always catch up with you, and we appreciate everything you do too. Alrighty. And also, Lilith has joined us.
So that's what we have for you. That was an interesting read. So good luck with your work week ahead.
And Dr. Victor left their question if you want to copy
Oh,
it.
okay. I will get it. 1 second.
Yeah, I think you're next, Lena, right? Or no?
I'll get to it in a minute, sir. You're just going to have to be patient with me. Or you could get some of these questions on the list. So where's Dr. V's? Oh, there it is. I got it.
Do you want me to copy it to notes?
I've got it.
Then why did you just say
Well,
that?
I said that, and then I saw the question and where it was. And if you had done it already, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Asking for
Okay.
clarification.
All right. So
Thanks,
let's
Lena. I
see
think we
who
got it the
is
first
up.
time, actually.
Yeah, Lena is up next, actually, so that's good.
Mm-hmm. You're
And
welcome, Ari.
Let me get the list. Fancy.
Okay, so I'm going to grab a deck for that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to
Carlos,
use...
did you want to be added to the list? I don't recall if you had said, but we can add you.
Yeah, Parius, you're here for a reading, right?
Parlous.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
All right.
It looks like an IUS, but it's LUS? Okay.
Yeah, so I think. Yep. Geez, Mr. O, you need the glasses. Oh, and Violet Ann. So Violet Ann didn't leave a question, right? She just left.
Don't
so
even know.
I am going to take her off the
So I'm
list.
using the Tarot of the Princesses for Lena's question.
All right. I'm not going to repost Lena's question because she did, so that's fine.
It's all up and down the place. I can find it anytime
Yep.
I want. We go on until we're done. We at one point close the list if you're talking about us.
Right, we close the list, and if we go on overtime finishing who we have on the list, we do that. So we're here till 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, generally 2 to 4, but we hang on longer if needs be.
We do the questions in order of people as they arrive, and
Yep.
we're aware of that. If you leave us a question, we'll do it, and you'll just maybe have to navigate backwards towards it if you leave, if you don't stick around. Either way. All right, so Lena, your first card is the Lovers reversed. Your next
I used to
card
get that back on. Oh well, go ahead.
is the King of Coins or Pentacles upright. And then the Seven of Wands upright.
That's great, Victoria. Thanks for that.
Oh, that's fine.
And you're welcome, Mary.
Okay, so Lena, your question was, does Mim still care for you? And do you see you guys patching up in the future? And the Lover's reverse may be that answer. It may be saying that at this time it just doesn't feel like there's a connection, or that he's not choosing to see things that way. Also to consider is the King of Pentacles. Maybe Mims has things that he has to focus on that fall into another part of his life that he has to manage, physical management of either his career, his job, his education, his family, the foundational issues of his life, to some degree, security. I think that's also corroborated by the Seven of Wands upright, which shows, a person sort of taking charge for what they need to protect too. So I get the feeling like that from an emotional point of view, we may not be sure what Mims feels, but it does feel like maybe he has other things he has to focus on.
I think I see that with the King of Wands. He's getting his life in order.
Pentacles.
Or Pentacles, that's what I meant. I'm sorry, I did mean that. He seems to be getting his life in order, and right now, he's not making that choice. This may not mean that it never will happen, but right now, even for the foreseeable future, it just doesn't seem likely. And what's the final card? The
Seven of Wands.
The Seven of Wands. He just is trying to get a handle on a lot of things in his life right now. He may be feeling pressures from other areas right now that are, distracting him, that are diverting him from maybe even his romantic life right now.
It is possible that either of these latter two cards could be saying that in concept or theory that maybe there was this idea that he could reapproach that there is a sense of something important there. But the overall picture really looks like he's focusing somewhere else right now. And it doesn't just include anything happening in the future, so you might want to come back. But here's the rest of the reading. The Lenormand, the first one is El Lacigo, which is the whip.
And the Caballero, which is the man.
Yes.
So
Caballero.
That's interesting. It just seems like, I don't know if you guys ever had a conflict, so I'm not sure it's about that, but it just, to me, I got the feeling when I saw that right away that he's got a lot of conflicts in his life right now. I don't know if he's squabbling with, a partner or relationship he's in, or if it's, it's other conflicts with people around him in the workplace, with peers, with family, etc. Just seems like he's dealing with a lot right now.
Right. This just corroborates what our card saw. I believe that there's sort of like a pressure area right now for him. He may have to make some changes really fast in regard to certain things. Probably business. It might feel like business a little bit, or career, or something in general that basically doesn't give him time for his social life at this point. So that's what we have for you.
So I did want to add one thing to that. I also want to say if the whip and the man might also indicate here, he could feel conflicted right now about his feelings towards you. So it may be that, like I said, that's why there's nothing happening now at the moment. He's dealing with a lot, though, one way or the other. And good luck with that.
Good luck.
And Parlis, I noticed what you said about the Hurricane Milton there, which I've been following a little bit myself, even though we live in Michigan. But is that going then, if it's going west, is it going kind of northwest, like sort of to the areas before that went into North Carolina, etc.? Or is it going to go straight across Florida? Do you have an idea about that with what you saw?
We know a pretty good amount of people who live down that way. Some of them are actually, frequent viewers on this show. So it is, of concern to us that, people are safe.
It's headed straight into Florida. Oh boy. Yeah, to me, that's what it looked like when I saw the track. But they did say that Tampa was in the mix again, and, some of the areas that got hit in Florida before. So, oh my goodness. If these things keep happening like this, it's going to be really hard
towards Western
to
Florida.
maintain and clean up all this stuff all the time. Good grief.
Well, and of course, it's not like, people have been trying to say this was going to happen. I'm not doing this to do recriminations, but just the idea that it's pretty much an impossible task now to do anything other than to really think way, 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 way out of the box. Something else has to happen.
Winds over the entire state. That just sounds horrible. All right, we are on V, and V did leave a question. I'm getting it right now. Whoop. All right. Angela's intentions towards me. She's been my spiritualist for 7 years, but I'm currently not talking to her.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see what's going on. I've got my trick-or-treat tarot.
So I'm going to remind everybody that, of course, we live stream like this twice a week. Our next one's on Thursdays from 7 to 9. We also do what we call the happy hour. And, of course, I need to update that. Happy hour is normally at 10 a.m. There it is. On Saturday mornings. It will be this Saturday. And it's just one card, no questions, one card per person, and we just give you the most positive message that we can channel for you. It's a message from the divine. It's a message of positivity. It's yours for free on Happy Hour.
Interesting, V. We have the Hermit card. Upright. Oh, wow. Look who's back. The Lover's card reversed.
Oh, I thought you meant Sunny.
Oh, well. Strength card is upright. Hi, Sunny. Hello.
Oh, that's where you're at? Okay.
Ah, okay. Well, what do you... Oh, you got the Lenormand? Yeah,
Yes.
I'd like to see those. So it's the anchor?
The ball and chain, which is the anchor. And the headless horseman, that's the man, right?
Number 1, isn't it?
Number 1, yes.
That would be the rider.
The rider, whoops. Yep, that's the rider. I'm sorry, I forgot that.
Okay.
All right.
Remember, we have Sir Pumpkinhead.
Sir Pumpkinhead for that. So, the Hermit... The Two of Cups, no. The Lover's reversed again, and Strength. All major arcana.
Yeah, which is really interesting. So clearly, you know, this is a spiritual person, the Hermit card being there. I don't know why, you know, they feel like they're withdrawing from you. They want to pull away. And I don't know what happened between the two of you that may have caused that, but they seem to want to pull away. Now, the Lover's reversed here is kind of throwing me a little bit here. I feel like, are they questioning their decision now to do this? It's possible. Are they questioning their decision to do this? It's possible. Or maybe they feel something you said or did rubbed them the wrong way. It made them feel not right. And so for them, they had to pull back. Whether that's going to remain, I don't know. There's strength reversed here, or upright here. It may be that they might be willing to listen to you if you connect with them again. I feel here that, you know, if you take also a softer approach, this may be the case. But I am a little bit concerned here because, you know, there's a movement towards this anchor. And I feel here that maybe they're, the longer that they stay not communicating with you, the more they become anchored in that. They move into that state. And that's sort of just an impression I've got there with those two cards. And so I feel here, if you, I just put that strength card, I wanted to address that towards you, V, that maybe if you just carefully and not with a pushy approach, very, you know, conciliatorily say, hey, you know, why can't we resolve what's wrong here and start communicating with each other once more?
Well, hey, V, I don't know if you have no idea whatsoever, but it does feel like there is some critical impasse in moving on, or some critical event that sort of has maybe caused this separation or the situation. It is possible that maybe Angela is rethinking a lot of things, and you're part of a collateral damage that maybe affects a wider group of people you're just not aware of. The Hermit thing is pretty profound in itself, and I feel like the Lover's reverse says they made a choice. That choice may not, in this situation, be personal, because I get the feeling like maybe there's a whole range of clientele. I don't know that this is just a person who is only your spiritualist and no one else's. So I get the feeling like maybe something else is the matter, maybe, and it may not be personal to you. But I agree with Banshee. It is possible that reaching out might, merit some, reward of some sort in terms of knowing that. It's also possible too that maybe this is more a reflection on their part too, that they mean you or anyone no harm, but that they have sort of have a different orientation in their heart of how they're speaking forward. And I sort of feel that because of the same interpretation I get from the Lenormand, that maybe they are anchoring in this feeling of being separated and maybe approaching life with a different perspective now, or something different is going on. That's what I have.
And that's what we have for you. I think you've got some things to think about here. But I think one thing we both agreed upon is that maybe, well, and I mean, we were close really, but what we really agreed upon is this idea that maybe if you reach out and at least try to get to the bottom of it so you know where things stand. And you're just going to have to accept it, That's just the way it is if they decide they still want to go this route. Good luck with that, V. All right, Sonny, I'm sorry. I need to move my arm to get to Kara. All right, Kara's next on the list. And Kara wanted Oracle top and bottom, which I think I'll stick with my one I did for Angel today, because that one is nice and easy for top and bottom cards.
So Sunday mornings earlier today is Banshee's Material Matters at 10 a.m.
We had a bit of fun on that show.
We had some fun on that show, mostly because I insisted on doing some really bad singing. But it was all in fun, and it's a pre-recorded show, but we're live in the chat room so we can discuss those flats and sharps if possible, but also have fun, drink our beverage of choice, etc. Yeah, you were there, Jackie.
Yeah.
And Fridays is my show, The Emotional Exchanges.
I need to bust into his show singing one day.
There you go. I draw two cards, a top and bottom, basically for each sign of the zodiac. We're looking at the idea of, first card is, what is that opportunity or challenge, emotionally speaking, coming to you? Second card, what is the action required for that? So that's Friday mornings or anytime after. It's on our YouTube station.
Well, okay. Let's see what we have.
And I'm doing Kara, right?
Yep.
All right, so I have my Tarot of the Northern Shadows.
Oh, it's the key again. The key came out, number 9. Did we have that, right?
Yeah.
Or no, I'm thinking of something else. The key in the Lenormand, maybe? Okay, never mind. But we have bird, not bird brain, but bird bone reversed.
Okay, and I don't even have my cards out yet. Oh, wait, this was the Oracle.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm sorry.
So we need a Lenormand from you. And then we have the key, upright.
Take it away, Banshee.
Well, I think I want to read the key first, just to see what that one says. What number is that again? Number 40 something?
43 or 2?
No, it's not 42. Maybe it's 24?
No, it's number 9.
Number 9.
The key is number 9.
Okay,
The other card, bird bone, is 41.
got it. Sorry. Number 9. Well, the key is upright. So it says, you're being given a symbolic key and therefore access to vital information that you require right now. This is a card of advancement, and you are currently in control of everything in your life. Use this as a reminder if feeling vulnerable or helpless in a situation. check the surrounding cards that offer the keys to your answer. Remember that responsibility and integrity, however you define those, should accompany access so that we remain accountable for our thoughts as well as our actions. You may be receiving recognition or a promotion soon. Some secret or unusual knowledge will be shared with you shortly. You will be asked for your opinion and knowledge and included in an important decision. If you've misplaced physical keys, try using the surrounding card symbol to locate them. Oh, that's an interesting one. But Bird Bone is 41, you said, and that one's reversed. So let's see how the key can help you with that card. Let's see. 41. Here we go. Oh, what are you not seeing at the moment? Or what are you misperceiving? You may be making connections where they don't exist, or drawing conclusions without adequate insight. Fly higher to get an overview of the situation, and you will see the long-term effects of what you're doing and why it may not be working right now. Being without a vision and a goal can leave a string of tasks feeling like endlessly disconnected chores with no real impact or deep meaning. Even if you choose a goal and it changes over time, it is better than not having one at all. Dare to dream and ask yourself why you feel you can't achieve your desires. Every monumental project begins with an idea and vision, and then the hard work follows. We all have to start somewhere. Well, that's interesting, and I almost felt an immediate resonance when I read that last paragraph here of that card. And so when I look at what the key had to say, you know, you're given a key to access to vital information right now. I think here that also where it said there was one other thing. You might be given secret or unusual knowledge that will be shared with you shortly. And so I'm beginning to think here that, you know, hey, maybe whispers from Odin or your guides or your ancestors will give you a vision or a goal that you can start applying yourself to. Maybe right now you've been feeling very disconnected from, you know, like you're doing this, you're doing that, but there's no set purpose. There's no end result. And, you know, spirit or your ancestors are now going to throw a goal at you where you can apply all this towards. That's what I think is going on.
Very interesting. So here's the Lenormand then. The Grim Reaper, and that's the Sith, right? The scythe?
Yes, that is correct.
And the Blood Moon, which is the moon. So to me, those are saying, you know, the moon is about success. You will have success cutting away the things you need to strip out.
Right. You know, I think in all of this, you need to focus on one goal, one vision that you may get an epiphany about, and everything else you should cast aside. And all those different little tasks that you are doing, maybe some of them are going to be directly usable for the goal that, you know, your ancestors or spirit guides have in mind for you. So, you know, this is a time of year where the veil is thin. This is a time where we can receive that wisdom and that secret knowledge that may come to us in dreams, meditations, spell work, etc. So, you know, prayer. So whatever the case may be, follow that goal, that vision. Good luck with that, Kara.
All right, and I noticed that Parlis has mentioned some possible homeopathic or similar types of aids to help with migraines. Ginger ale, warm ginger ale, soda fizz. So thank you for that. I don't know if Melinda sees that, but I thought I would mention it, that it's there in the chat room.
All right, we'll take a look at that too from the tarot perspective. And your deck, I guess.
Okay. And Melinda's up, right?
I believe
Mandy?
so.
Okay.
Let's see. Yes, indeed, after Kara.
And so that's their question there. Alrighty. So I'm going to use my 007 Witches Tarot. It's both. It's 2 decks in 1. Here.
All right.
Well, let's see what the cards say. This is one of my oldest decks. It goes back to the 70s, so it's probably nearly 50 years old. The movie that it came out of is about 50 years or 50 some years. And I probably got it around that time. At one point, you know, I used it quite a bit, and then I didn't use it very often because they really are, you know, in that semi-brittle-ish stage where they can bend more easily or break up. But I love this deck. I do like it. It has a nice artistic design. So let's see what we got for you, Mandy. All right. Whoops. So, wow. The first card, and you can see there's a little bend in that one there. That's how old it is the reversed 5 of Swords. Never liked that card.
Parlis used to have that deck.
Who?
Parlis?
Oh, okay. Oh, yes, yes. Yeah, it probably is at least that old. I don't think I've had it that long. Good for you. Another sword card. It's the upright 7 of Swords. All swords, Mandy. How interesting. And then it's the reversed 3 of Swords, which is probably not a bad sword card to have.
So it's challenging, you know,
Yeah.
challenging dealing with the migraines. So let me get this straight again. Do you have the 5 of Swords there? That's
That was the
upright?
first one. It's reversed.
Oh, it's reversed. Oh, gosh. And then the
7 of Swords
7 of Swords
upright,
upright.
and then the 3 of Swords reversed.
Wow, this is
I know, it's a lot of swords.
this is really interesting. So
So, La Luna, the moon, in Lenormand. And then the letter, La Carta. My baby, she wrote me a letter.
well, that 5 of Swords, you know, reversed is indicating to, yes, de-stress yourself from toxic situations, you know, number 1. And you know what? I would also say this too. Try to purify your diet more as well. You know, maybe this toxic situation is within here. And so, you know, you need to also consider that. And I think here too that, yes, like you were talking about de-stressing, avoiding things that, you know, will cause perhaps a migraine, trigger it. That could be one. The 7 of Swords here is interesting upright because it's almost saying to me that sometimes maybe you need to pull back from things a little bit. You know, the 7 of Swords is usually a little bit, I mean, I'm stretching that interpretation a little bit here, but not much, because sometimes that 7 of Swords indicates just remaining in the shadows. So in other words, you know, if you have a lot on your plate, don't keep adding more to it. Pull back more from things and not overdo anything. I think the 7 of Swords could also indicate to me in the upright position that you need to investigate this more. You need to look into more possible modalities that you could use. It seems to me like you might be missing something, or you might be able to find out something more if you ask more questions of either healthcare people or look at the literature that's out there online, what other people are doing. I'll stop with those 2.
Okay, there's more than one way for me to look here, and it's not necessarily a good thing here.
The 3 of Swords is upright or reversed?
It's reversed.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
a good thing. But
Okay.
so when I look at that 5 of Swords reversed, you know, I could also say too is that this is a situation that will be very hard to change, and that seems to involve the fact that there's a lot of conflicting ideas or conflicting forces or factors involved in what makes this happen. And then I look at the 7 of Swords, and to me, this is saying like maybe there's things you don't know here, or things you don't understand, or things that are possibly hidden. And for some reason, I'm a Scorpio, so I'm going to be blunt, Mandy. I know you in personal life. I wonder if some of this is maybe a little bit psychologically based because of those bad situations with your family, the conflicts that you've talked about, and some of them sound incredibly toxic, and maybe you're not really able to understand or want to accept the idea that that's going on. But if you did, or once you did, you could maybe move towards more healing. And I apologize if that was really blunt, but that's me.
Well, I like to look at that. Is he on my wand? He probably is.
He is.
Oh, there it is. I want to look at the Lenormand in relation to that healing card there, the Three of Swords. It's interesting to me because I feel here healing may be possible for you, but when I see the letter, I was thinking to myself, does this mean you need a prescription or you need some written advice from someone? This looks as though it's a letter, like maybe there's a prescription or something that could bring some relief or some success here, and healing. People, you can't, if you're prone to migraines, I don't know that you can ever totally get rid of them, but I'm sure that you can maybe get better maintenance. I really don't know what you can take for that in relation to what you already take for, your others, health situations. But there may be something out there, and maybe this even means going to a holistic practitioner and getting some advice, whether they're going to write down an exercise routine or a yoga routine or, some herbs and things that you should be looking into.
Okay, if I recall right, I believe the migraines is really a very long time situation for you, and that you probably have tried many different types of cures, medicinal or whatnot. So I don't know that that's necessarily the way I would go with that. But as far as what I said, and you said it makes sense, I don't honestly know migraines well enough to know if there are psychological triggers to them. So that's why I was apologizing, because I don't know how that works. I know that there are things that trigger them, but I don't necessarily know that they may
Well, they just pop up sometimes too, I think. They just do. But
So I just wanted to get that out there too, Mandy. But I like what Banshee said here a little bit, but I'm seeing it in a little bit of a different light. Like, I'm actually wondering if, because I'm spotlighting those things, that maybe this represents some sort of invitation or dialogue that maybe helps you express these ideas. I don't know if I want to say therapy, because maybe therapy is something that could help with these things, or maybe it just helps with more routine psychological stress-related lifestyles where you just need to talk things out. But I sort of like that. But once again, it's the idea when I see the moon is that there's success in that. But I also look at the moon symbolically and say, this is a situation that may take a while to affect many moons, kind of thing there.
yeah.
Yeah, stress, of course.
Yeah, well, with the 5, you definitely are exhibiting, stress. And you need to walk away from it. Sometimes there are situations that are just beyond our control, and we shouldn't allow them to control us. We should walk away. So if that's the family things you spoke about, or other things that you deal with, whether it's a high pressure job, etc., if you can switch what you're doing, if you can switch up anything, or add things into your life to counterbalance that, meditate more, relax more, listen to soothing music more. In other words, if you're getting into fights and arguments with people, or you're having a stressful job at work, don't go home and turn on the news, right? Because that's just more stress. So do things that will kind of calm you, bring you down, take those long, relaxing baths, things that you really need to unwind.
And, I could look at myself and say, well, you're a fine one to talk about, your interactions with your family. But in a way, I kind of had it easy, because my family mostly moved far away from as far back as 30 years ago. And my interactions with them are really very distant, kind of, they just happen in a specific way or reason. And for the most part, there's a lot of people that just don't mean what they used to mean anymore. But I understand how it can be different for you or for other people, and that you have different situations than I had. It was easier for me to maybe estrange myself or to feel the move towards that, but it may be very different for you, Mandy, and or a lot of other people.
I had to cut your name off the question to fit it in. But I typed your question, Celie, so we are all
Yeah,
set.
we're good, Celie. You didn't have to retype your question.
Yeah, that's what I have for you. Good luck with that.
Good luck, Mandy.
Good luck, Mandy.
Appreciate that. Hopefully we'll see you sometime in this season.
Take those, thank you. And
You're very welcome. You know you are.
what deck do I want to use now? Well, let's use the Everyday Witch. How does Cancer feel? Think of me then versus now.
This is a person you've talked about before, I think.
Okay. Well, let's see what I can do here.
Keep petting that little precious cat of yours too, Mandy.
A purring cat.
I miss everybody. We're just so busy. We made a choice to be real busy, so we're just not available for a lot of things. But we think of you guys too. Aw! Oh, that sounds sweet. Nice. Tell him to kick it up. Yeah, we do.
Yeah, fun night out would be nice. We went to eat at this Chinese restaurant for our first date anniversary, Delish,
Friday
and
night.
it was delish. I had
was
a pretty
pretty
good
delish.
dish from there.
Yeah, we used to go there years ago when it was under a different establishment. It was just sort of like an office party, so it wasn't really a big thing. But then they became owned by this new, group, and they've really expanded their menu. Yeah, you've been there. I figured you probably have because we have the same friends.
Well, we wanted to go to a Chinese restaurant because our first date
That was our
involved
first date.
a Chinese restaurant. All right. So let's see here. So again, I just want to see, starting to distance myself from him. All right, and how does he feel now versus then? Well, the Hermit is reversed. I don't know. This is interesting. The Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is reversed. Everything's reversed. And the Ten of Swords is reversed. Well, that is interesting.
And then I got, in Lenormand, the Creepy Trail, which is the Crossroads, and the Book of Shadows, which is the book.
Huh. Well, the first card is the
Hermit reversed.
The Hermit reversed.
It does feel like, to some degree, they're having a change. The change may just be more outward than inward, or more inward than outward. But I think it signifies that maybe some level remains, but they don't necessarily want to show it. So in other words, it's like maybe in a sense of suspended animation, perhaps. And that's just mostly whatever was between you at any point, just sort of having a relationship or having a conversation.
Well, with the Hermit reversed, I'm almost thinking that they're not thinking about you on a deeper level right now. They're kind of, either they're in denial, or they're just I don't want to say they're fluffing it off, but they're really not thinking deeply about you at this point. I feel here that they may be, and I don't know, that Nine of Swords reversed. They may
Yeah.
be in the process. What?
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
generally verbalizing.
They may be in the process of I don't know. I have to think about that one more. I want to go to the Ten of Swords reversed. They may feel like they're rebounding from whatever happened, between you. Maybe they've been trying to contact you or whatever, but they're starting to look beyond this. They're starting to move on. And that Nine of Swords, I think, fits into that a little bit here, where they feared maybe where things were going. Now they're kind of more accepting, maybe. I'm kind of thinking.
So I get that too. There's a sense, really. What is that?
The Nine and the Ten of Swords reversed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it may have a sense, really, that there's a sense of suspension in a way, and that maybe they're trying to have a less judgmental feeling inside of themselves, if that's appropriate. Maybe they're not the ones to necessarily feel that way, or maybe they are. But it does sort of feel like maybe to some degree they feel like they've passed a mark. And so it's really hard to say right now where they want to go. And that could be a Cancer in a way too. A Cancer sometimes is private in their own sense, but they're also proud in a way too. They don't necessarily want to admit to that emotionality that they have in abundance on occasion.
They need to think things through more. I see that with the Lenormand. For some reason, when I'm seeing the book, instead of gaining knowledge, well, and that could be part of it too, but I mean, I'm thinking of the book as thinking. They're thinking right now of what direction they want to go in. And I feel like they're moving on, but they're still not sure what that means to them. And so they're really exploring the possibilities right now of what they want to do next. Does that mean that they may, consider contacting you again? It's possible. But I do feel here that they're not really thinking all that deeply on you. They're really thinking about, where this left them and to kind of pick up from there.
So I hate to say it, but it almost feels like maybe they think of you as an option of some sort, but that you're not necessarily exactly what they're hoping to get involved in. That maybe they're being open, but they're sort of being very non-committal, is what it seems like. They're maybe thinking other possibilities or other situations will arise.
Wow. Yeah. He doesn't sound very trustworthy. But I mean, these cards don't show a lot of red flags right now
True.
with him, other than I think he's just not, all that concerned and is looking at ways to move forward now, or whether he should, or whether he should try again. But, considering what you just said, this doesn't sound like somebody you should, hope comes back.
I hate to be too generalistic, but some people feel that Cancer is kind of a hard sign for some men because they don't know how to express emotions in general because of our culture, and so the Cancer energies can make men feel more emotional, and that conflicts them. I'm not apologizing for them, but maybe it just adds to the idea that they don't really understand themselves because they're not used to dealing with emotions. That's all.
Well, that's what we have for you. I hope that helped somewhat. Good luck with that.
Yeah, all of that is probably true. So good luck, Seeley.
All right, we're on Ms. Victoria now.
Ms. Victoria. I don't understand. Oh wait, that's Victoria Winters. Okay, that's a good question. I'm going to use my Witch's Tarot by Ellen Cannon Reed. I don't know if Parlis has this one too. I like this one. It's also well used. I've had it since somewhere in the late 80s or early 90s.
Take care, Celie.
Bye. Appreciate that.
The bell is going off again? Yeah, maybe. I can't discern that sound from the ringing in my ears, so...
I want everybody to start drooling now because the bell is going off.
Oh, jeez.
No.
Is that Pavlov's?
Pavlov's dog.
Well, yeah, we're not shutting off our fan yet, so... Although this week is going to challenge us a little bit, it's going to get cold at night and not that warm during the day. It's going to be in the 60s. But I know the 70s are coming back at the end of next week, so we're not ready to turn the heat on just yet.
We don't need no stinking heat.
All right.
Yeah, we're still relatively in good temperatures, so we don't care.
Yeah, you still got the 80s. Wow. Well, today
That's
is
nice.
in the mid-upper 70s again, but it's going to drop for the next 4 days to the 60s and 40s at night. Low 40s at night.
So, Victoria, I'm just going to draw 3 cards, but if we don't feel we have an answer, I will do a yes or no for you.
Yeah, we got the time.
Okay, so the first card is the upright King of Swords. The next card is the upright Four of Swords. And then the reverse Ten of Cups.
Whoa. So what's the first one? The King of Swords?
The King of Swords.
Let me get this Lenormand in here. Yeah, I think we're definitely going to want to do a yes-no on that. Oh.
Yeah. It sort of feels like it's going to be a slow go with the Four of Swords. They're upright, sort of like, just slow. This may be a time for you to master some qualities, though. The King of
Hang on.
Swords.
La machete.
There's another sword. That's really the cross, or what is
No,
it?
that's the scythe.
Oh, the scythe, okay.
And what is the machete cutting?
Uh-oh. The tree. El arbor, for arbor. All right.
Well,
So I felt like there's an energy with you, with the King of Swords, but the ultimate idea is that maybe this is going to be a real slow go, or that maybe you'll be able to use this time for something else more, finding out there. The King of Swords sort of brings an idea of decision making involved with this process and or, needing to focus yourself intentionally. But the Ten of Swords really leads me with the idea
there's no
that,
Ten of Swords.
Ten of Hearts.
Yeah.
Thank you. Reverse really leads me with the idea that it's a mixed bag and it's just not going to necessarily be as productive or as good as you want it to be. It may be a matter of time, like maybe it's just a matter of waiting on it.
Well, yeah, that is a card of waiting, or being patient. But no, not really. That's the Four of Swords. I feel here with the Four of Swords in the mix, I almost feel like it's not just going to be a slow go. There might be something that just isn't working out, because that's a card of, rest, repose, illness. That may be meaning that it may be slow to generate, business. Or you may just have, it may make you want to pull back. I look at that King of Swords, though, and I really can't help but say this, Victoria. I think you're very well suited to this, is what that King is saying. That this is a good decision for you as far as your skills go. And so it seems to me that's why, it's worth pursuing it. But you may find that the growth is rather slow and disappointing to you with that Ten of Cups there. You're not generating maybe the amount of people, the amount of excitement or customers you had hoped from this. And with the machete here and the tree...
It's almost the same message.
It's almost the same message a little bit, except what it's saying here is that you may be cutting back on, I guess it is the same message. You're cutting back on growth here. It just seems like maybe things start off good, but then suddenly they start to just level off. I think it's possible that might be what's going on here. but growth eventually just seems to curtail. So
It may be a sense of a plateau, like it's just going to go so far and it won't be as satisfying to you. Somebody else might find satisfying, but for what you need, it probably doesn't seem like it's going to grow, or it's going to take a while to grow.
well, there's no harm in keeping yourself open to this
Absolutely.
business amongst the other things you're doing, especially if it's just only going to be occasional jobs initially or after an initial spurt. So I wouldn't rule it out. Do you want to do a yes, no?
Yeah, let's do one real quick
To
for
see
Victoria.
if you should. I mean, I don't see, regardless what the cards say, you shouldn't do this. You are well suited to do this. I think you are that King of Swords here. So wield that machete, and instead of cutting the tree, cut the obstacles out of your way to growth.
So I'm asking the question, will this turn into a nice side gig?
Multitasking. Yeah, I guess that's true, Victoria.
Hi, Tanya.
But I'm not asking you to do 20 jobs at one time. Pace yourself.
We can add you today.
Oh, I guess yeah. We're keeping the list. Violet is off today. So,
All right.
and it's very short at this time because we're, nearing the end. We've gone through a number of readings already. Oops. There it is. Okay. And we're still doing Victoria's reading, but I'm posting that Jackie will be next. And I'm going to put Jackie's question out there. Okay.
That came on the 13th.
Oh, wow.
Two aces, it's leaning towards yes, but the star is reversed. So this may say that even if it is somewhat better than maybe what the other reading was saying, it still may not fill you with a lot of sense
Enthusiasm.
of enthusiasm.
Optimism. But you know what? That's the thing I wanted to say here with this card too is it's leaning towards yes, but don't get discouraged, when things aren't booming, so to speak, right away. So in other words, maybe it will make just another sideline that will help you, increase the money you're trying to save for a house or whatever. So it's saying, why not give it a shot?
Sure.
But if you get discouraged too early, well, you're going to end it and that's going to be the end of it. And there is a potential here for that to happen. So try to roll with it, and if it's not adding a lot of extra work, just giving you another option to bring in some revenue, then why not do it? I don't see a lot of real super bad things that say not to do it. It just might be discouraging to you that it didn't take off more like you thought it would. That's all. So good luck with that.
Good luck, Victoria. Give our love to Toby, his
Whoops, I
lordship.
have Aki instead of Jackie.
Whoops.
That's funny. How'd that happen? But it did. Oh, because I cut and pasted it badly. But anyway, we know it's you. So what? Now it says, will I have one or two houses? How do you want to do
Kenobi.
that one? Or what did it say again exactly? Hold on. Oops, lots of stuff coming through here.
Two choices of houses to go for. Will I have two choices?
All right. That almost sounds like a straight up yes and no.
Do you want to do it that way?
I think we should.
Okay.
I think we should.
Okay, that's going to be your deck.
Yep. I'll use the Shadowlands deck.
So I've been doing a little bit of plugging for some of the other shows. Don't forget to watch my Goth Tarot on Wednesdays. It's a little look into the shadow issues of our lives, maybe understanding why we feel the way we do, what we can possibly do to change any of
Obi-Wan
that.
Kenobi.
I know, that's so cute. Excuse me.
It's leaning towards no. The first card came up, the first ace came up on card number 2 real fast, but it's only one ace.
So that means it could be one choice or 3 or more. Right? It's just not going to be 2. Or
I
is it?
see. Well, do you think throwing 3 cards would have made that clearer?
I don't know. I'm just going with what I feel here.
Okay.
So
3 of
that's
Cups.
the 3 of Cups.
Speaking of 3. And the 8 of Pentacles reversed. Well, I really think here it depends how much time and energy you put into this, or maybe others who are working towards the house. What do you got? All right.
The Coffin and the Ball and Chain.
Well,
Well, spin it, sister.
yeah, it's going to be tough. Let's look here. I think here Mr. O might be onto something. Maybe there'll be more than 2 choices that you need to consider. You know, it's always good to explore more than one thing anyway. You may have your sights set on something, but, you know, comparing things, and also if you put an offer in and that offer is rejected, you may have other options that are worthy options. That 3 almost makes me say that maybe, you know, more is better than less. But also it could indicate to me that maybe it's possible, if it is going to only be one, that somebody you know might guide you to it, or some people that you are working with, you know, who really know what you want and have your best interests at heart, will find something that you might like right away.
I'm just going to jump ahead to the 8 of Pentacles reverse, because I think it means that either the house hasn't been built yet,
Whoa.
or that there's some kind of repair work or something going on with the house, that there's a process of work going on of some sort.
So you might get a fixer-upper?
A fixer-upper, yeah, I was thinking about that too, which almost leads me to the idea of the ball and the chain, you know, that you're anchored to something. Well, what is the coffin? The coffin is about endings, so maybe this is suggesting that this is a house you will have to put a lot of work into, or that has significant problems. I don't know, that doesn't sound like a lot of fun, does it, Jackie?
No, I don't think that's totally what's going on here either. Although I can sort of see that with the eight of Pentacles. I do feel
And Jackie
here,
agrees, maybe.
okay, I do feel here that 8 of Pentacles could also indicate that, you know, you're gonna have to try to muster up the enthusiasm and the motivation to really do some serious house hunting here. And I think here it may involve more than one place. And with that 3, and you started me off on that track really, so I'm sticking with it. You had said something in the beginning, it could be or 3, and when I thought about that 3 of Cups, I thought, well, maybe it is. So the ball and chain to me means to, like, I think it's almost saying, end this idea that don't try to get yourself stuck on the idea that you got to find the perfect place right away, or that you're going to find this perfect place the first place you see, you know. I think maybe that's what this is saying here, is don't get stuck on the idea that this is going to be over and one and done, because I have a feeling it's not.
Well, you know, different things could happen. Maybe it's a process. Maybe you have to move into one place while they're working on another place, and so one's like a temporary, you know, something like that.
Yeah, I'm not going to rule out anything he's saying. It's still, you might find a fixer-up that you might view too, or basically that 8 of Pentacles could be because you find a place, it's not so much a fixer-upper, but they may have some really gaudy wallpaper or
You have to put work into it.
home decor that you'll want to change, and make it
Right.
more
This could
you.
also imply that too, that it's not so much that it has to be fixed, but that
Yeah.
you need it to be fixed for what you're looking at. Thank you, Jackie. Hope that
That's
helps.
what we have for you. Good luck with that.
As always, I'm sure we'll find out. Alrighty.
All right. Okay, so we are on Libra cusp, and I don't recall if Libra left a question.
I don't remember. You want me to scan back and see if I can find one?
Yeah.
Okay, I am there. Hold on.
I've got Tanya's question down, and I want to print the list.
What hidden message do I need to know?
Oh, okay. Awesome.
All right.
All right. That's your deck.
Alrighty, what hidden message do I need to know? And Mr. O is going to get his cranky bones up so he can grab a different deck. Where is it, man? I didn't use the English Magic Tarot yet, did I? So I'm gonna use that.
I don't think you have.
Nope. Alrighty. So let's move this one out of my way. You're so welcome. It's always a pleasure reading for you. Thank you, Jackie.
All right.
Libra cusp. What hidden message do you need to know? That's your reading, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yes, okay, good.
Well, Jackie, I'm glad
We get a
you
little
enjoyed the
variety.
stuff I sent you about the Lenormand. But in the process, I also found out that one of my favorite Lenormand book authors has a book about the Kipper. And I definitely think I want to get that one because that'll be very helpful to me. I have a problem relating to the Kipper. Kipper is so many people cards. It's just kind of hard to relate to. I have problems with it, but I'm going to give it another shot.
All right. Libra asks, what hidden message do I need to know? Card the first.
Ooh.
The Ten of Cups. Perhaps you need to know that not everything will be unhappy forever, that happiness will return at some point, but that right now you may have to deal with a particularly emotionally charged situation. It could just be that there's, frantic energies around, but it could also just be a sense of sadness because maybe you just don't feel cohesion within what you understand to be your family or your unit of operating.
Something could be coming to an unhappy ending, unfortunately. So, whether it has anything to do with work or friends or family, or it's going to be disappointing, whatever it is. You're going to feel like there's a setback to your plans or goals in some way, whether they are personal ones or whether they are, work related.
I remember recently you asked about your brother.
So, oh yeah, that's right. So why, what? That's another thing too. If it's not coming to an ending, Libra, I can't rule out that this could be involving some family strife or troubles. You're right. So why is this important?
And it's the reversed Six of Coins or Pentacles.
Because there's a lot of unfairness and inequity here, and you just need to be treated better. And you realize that you're not going to put up with that anymore.
Sometimes there's always a saying like, how do I love you? Say it with cash. It's the idea sometimes is that you do have to put your money where your mouth is when we're talking about human feelings, especially feelings that are supposed to be nearly sacrosanct, like family, the sense of family, that that your home is always the place you can go to when there's nowhere else that will accept you. Why it's important is because you don't feel that, because you feel that maybe you're the one who's doing all the giving and no one understands when you need to get something.
I won't rule out the fact that this could even be in your own life and household. Some frustrations over money, more money going out than coming in.
Okay, sure.
You know, it could be something like that too. So I'm not going to rule that out as well here. And so where are things headed? Let's see if that gives us a clue.
And it's the reversed Chariot. So I'm sorry, all the cards were reversed.
Ooh, that is bad. Why are they all reversed?
I don't know. Excuse me.
So I think that, you know, for the time being, though, you feel kind of stuck.
Bye,
You feel
Victoria.
the situation, take care, Victoria. Get back to multitasking. On a Sunday? No. But anyway, I feel here, Libra, that the situation seems to still be stalled in some way. Like there's no real, you want to end this, or you know, you're disappointed in something that isn't turning out. It's unfair, or it's financially unstable, whatever's going on. And you seem stuck right now. That's where things are heading. It's putting you in a difficult position that maybe you just don't know which way you need to go.
This Chariot reverse could also indicate that you don't maybe really have any motivation to proceed here. And that to me implies the possibility, because I do like what she said, but maybe the possibility is that some of this stuff isn't necessarily at your behest, that maybe some of this is coming towards you and you don't necessarily want to change these things, but you do understand what's going on, you know, the wider picture of inequity. But maybe you're not ready, you don't feel motivated enough to really move it in another direction. But you will probably eventually, or
Well,
we're going to see.
we are. Las Nubes.
And that's the clouds, right?
Yep.
Las Nubes.
And El Sol.
El Sol.
The sun will shine again. You know, that's the good news here. There is good news here. That this may be only a temporary state, you know,
Yes.
of stall, of inertia, of being stuck. I feel here, you know, you will successfully clear things up. The sun is here to, and the clouds are dissipating. You know, those dark clouds that you see facing the sun, well, the sun is more powerful than that. And they're moving those clouds out of here. So clarity will be achieved. Any anxieties or depression that you have will clear up. You'll know exactly what you need to do to clear this whole situation up.
I'm going to recap slightly and say that the hidden message is that maybe somebody was trying to change your standing or your sense of place in a relationship or in a family, in a community, in your coworkers. And maybe you felt this was really unfair or it is unfair if you find out about it, but you won't be motivated to necessarily make changes, because I think ultimately what Banshee said is true, is that just weathering through this is really going to change the perspective and things will really clear up. The sun really does dissipate those depressing things.
Well, I'm not going to recap mine because I think I made it pretty clear where I was at.
All right.
But I do think that you will successfully navigate this disappointing situation with others, you know, and I think others are involved in it in some way. But whether it's at work or in your personal life, I'm not totally sure. I have more feeling it's your personal life. So, good luck with that.
All right.
All right. No multitasking on Sundays. Okay, so now we are on Dr. V.
Dr. Victor. Hi, Dr. Victor.
And let me get the list out and stuff. And then I'll get my... And Dr. V's question is here. I'm getting it. All right. Still on career status. Want to know what the universe is saying about career prosperity, any promotion, and when in 2024. Okay. So it's my deck. Let's see. I'll use the Haunted House one.
Aw, that is cute.
Yeah, it's nice when he faces the camera.
I mostly like it when he just behaves and he's not in our way.
Me
So,
too.
how often is
Look,
that?
I'm actually shuffling on the table. All right.
How are you going to do that? 3 cards?
Yeah.
Or your reading or no?
No.
Okay.
3 cards. Well, we got the 7 of Swords upright. Wow. That was fun. He misses it. He always does. The 9 of Swords upright.
There's that bell again. Hello, boy.
And then we have the Fool reversed.
And the Fool reversed. Okay. So in
Well,
Lenormand.
that's really interesting. I do want to see the Lenormand before we get into this, Dr. V. My initial impression is not much is going to change by the end of 2024.
Yeah, it's probably too close to the end of the year to see that
But I
trend
see
coming.
there's some lucky cards in the Lenormand.
So the
We'll
poison
get to
ring
that.
is the ring, and the pumpkin is the clover. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, boy.
You got to get out of my way. Oh, gosh, she's going to moon everybody. All right. Well, the 7 of Swords here indicates to me upright is that there may be things that are just hidden from you right now that you're not seeing. And maybe there's some anxiety here. I don't know if you're afraid of cutbacks at work or just not being able to know what the plans are for you at your present position. You know, if there is going to be a promotion or not. Everything seems a little bit unclear. And I think here, I really wanted to start with that nine of Swords, because to me, there's fears and anxieties about what may be hidden from you and how to get to the bottom of it, how to find out what you need to know so you can determine what direction you need to take. Should you go look for another job? Should you take a risk and move on? I don't know. That Fool is reversed here right now, and it's kind of indicating to me that this is not a time to do anything that has any risk attached with it. So, for example, you're offered a promotion or a job that might be just a little bit outside your comfort zone. Is it a good time to take that risk? I'm not sure. It is. But according to the 3 cards I see here. But we'll talk about the Lenormand in a minute.
Okay, so I mostly agree with Banshee, Dr. Victor. I feel that right now, there is anxiety perhaps because you don't know what's going on with the company maybe. I sort of feel like there's things that are just, you're not going to be able to find out. We might not even be able to find out exactly what it is. But it does create an idea that, you feel uncertain, or you feel that maybe unexpected things, that's the Fool reverse,
that's true
could
too.
possibly cause a problem.
Yeah.
And I also feel too that this pertains to the idea of looking for either a promotion or more likely for looking for something that takes you away from this company. And I'm going to say, I think you need to hang in there for a little while. I'm not sure exactly where you're operating, but I have a feeling you need to hang in there. The pumpkin is clover, that's luck, and the ring is commitment, being committed to something. So I think luck coming to you eventually, commit yourself to hanging in there, because I think you will be lucky as time moves on. Maybe it's a matter of this happening more in the next year rather than in this year is what I'm thinking.
Well, I'm not going to follow him on that. I think that it's up to you whether you want to stay or go.
True.
But especially if you can't see that they're doing anything to consider you for promotion for something. You know, you can wait so long, and if it just seems like nothing's happening, you may want to move on. But and that's where I think this Lenormand comes in here. I think what it is saying is you need to commit to creating your own lucky breaks, whatever that may be. So in other words, you know, you may at some point want to talk to people at work and say, hey, I feel I'm due for a promotion. What are the chances I'm going to be? Can we talk about this? Can we talk about, is there room for me to now move up and develop and grow? Or is this time to seek something else? I would suggest this to you, Dr. V. It's good, like Mr. O said, to stay with your company through 2024 to see what will happen and maybe approach them first. And if nothing good comes of that, then maybe you should start off 2025 with the mindset that you're going to commit to your own destiny here and make your own luck. And if that involves looking for better jobs elsewhere, then that's what it involves. But I think right now it might be a good idea to stay the course.
All right.
Wish you luck with that.
Good luck, Dr. Victor. Thanks for coming today. All righty. We are winding down here.
Yeah, I think we should put a sign up that the list is closed.
Okay. If you post it, I'll...
Oh.
But you could do it too, I guess, really.
I can do that, but you're going to put it up on the screen.
Yeah, I will do that.
Since we're on our last couple of readings, let's do that.
It's good to
and
let it go.
Pin it. All right, and let me get the list and the question that's next. That is, Parlous is up.
Oh, is it Parlous already?
Yeah.
We are near the end. That's right, Tanya's last. Okay.
Yeah, Tanya's
Hi,
last,
Parlous.
but we're getting there. Right. And let's see. Parlous, did you post a question? I don't seem to have it.
No, they were talking about weather and stuff a little bit. Parlous, if you're here, can you remind us of your question? I'm going to go back and see if I see one there, but I thought we were just kind of chatty. I don't remember.
It's possible Parlous did not want a reading. I don't recall. Yes, Sonny. I'll be with you in a minute. Sonny, our audience would like to see your adorable face. I get to see it all the time. It's possible
Maybe they're just
Parlous is
visiting.
gone?
It's possible. Seems like they haven't been there in a while, so that may be. We'll just give you one more minute. We have it. I will mention some of our shows again real quickly. Don't forget, everybody, to check out the happy hour next Saturday at 10 a.m. Come and get a free one-card reading, positive, divine, uplifting message, just the thing to set you on your path for the next week. Don't forget to watch my emotional exchanges on Fridays at 7 a.m. 2 cards, top and bottom, for each sign of the zodiac. Also, don't forget to watch Banshee's show Sunday mornings. It's really hot. It almost always gets really...
It's really hot.
Viewership going
hot stuff.
on. It's hot stuff, that's right. All right, I guess we're going to be on Tanya then, because Parlous has...
Yes, Parlous might have just wanted to join the chat today.
And that's fine. I hope to see you again, Parlous, and thank you for the chat you gave us.
All right, I've got Tanya's questions. I will post that.
And I'm just going to mention once again,
She's prone to those two, I think.
so is it my deck or yours?
It's yours, I believe. I just used my ghosty one.
What are the feelings of V for me in the month of October and November? Is that right? 2023? Excuse me. What were? I see. So it is a sort of past present question.
What
Okay.
were the feelings of V for me in the month of October, November of 2023?
I got it.
Okay.
I'm going to use my Secrets Tarot.
That sounds like a good deck to use.
Okay, so the King of Chalices, the King of Cups is upright. The Ten of Wands is reversed. The Queen of Swords is reversed. So there's some interesting things here.
What's the first one? King of Cups upright?
Right. So these feelings for you about a year ago, November and October of last year. And we have the key from the Lenormand, as well as the letter. Excuse me. A little dry throat here. Well, I think that V is a kind person, maybe, or at least in that time period, really felt benevolent. V's feelings were nice. Maybe in some way V felt a couple of things, which is one of them was that maybe you eased burdens for them. That something about this maybe felt that, or that they felt your burdens were easing. I mean, maybe that's possible too, that they felt, and could that be because they felt their love was in your life? I'm wondering about that. Because then I come to that final one, the Queen of Swords reversed. And of course, the Queen of Swords reversed could talk about somebody who feels they have to make a decision all on their own or with little input, but they know that they are making the right decision, even though they also know that maybe others may not like it. So it almost sounds like maybe they were moving through the process of either disengaging or changing the relationship.
That King of Cups just makes me feel that I think V was had some passionate feelings for you. I feel that they genuinely may have had some love in their heart for you or good feelings for you, but, and there is a but, because of that, oh God, what's in the middle again?
The Ten of Wands reversed.
Yes, the Ten of Wands reversed. And a King of Swords reversed. They may have felt burdened by the relationship in some way. Now, I don't know if things went south or not between the two of you, but I almost feel like they felt like, or that they were carrying a lot of burdens they were trying to release at this time. And they had to make some difficult choices in their life with that
Queen of Swords.
Queen of Swords there. And some of them hurt. And it's possible here that one of the choices they had to make was to break things off with you, if that's what happened. But it just seems as though they may have felt a lot of good, strong feelings for you. It's just that something had changed. Something definitely had changed here, and they wanted to release themselves from the relationship, or they had to.
Well, the other thing about the Ten of Wands is that if it's not burdens, it could represent obligations, things that are contractual or so binding in a certain respect that a person has to honor them for some reason. And so this could be, responsibilities from other relationships, whether they're children or parents or something like that. It could also be other situations involving monies, properties.
I do have to, when I say the Lenormand here, the key being the letter, which to me could be a communication. So I can't help but wonder here if somebody else was involved in things that were happening in that time period, that was influencing them in some way to make the decisions and choices that they had to make. Whether it was family, whether it was friends, whether it was something else in their life, but it seems as though there was some sort of communication going on, or whether it was between the two of you, and that you couldn't agree on certain things, and that caused this decision to be made. I'm kind of speculating here, but I'm getting that feeling more negative than I think you were going with this, and that's what I feel.
No, either of these could be possible. There could be.
So think about what this might be, Tanya, how this might apply, or which one of us seems to be a little bit more on target, because we're seeing this a little bit differently with our approach to the cards here. But I think that there was some genuine love and feelings for you. That I think we can both agree on when we see that King of Cups. But something changed the circumstances. And it was during that time period. I'm really hoarse today. I don't know what's going on.
Well, if you want, you could come back and give us more information or ask the question differently or something, and we could try it again and see what we're turning up there.
I hope that made sense for you.
I hope it did. Mm-hmm.
Good luck with that.
All right. So, everybody, we are done with our show.
We are. That's it.
We will be back for another live stream on Thursday night from 7 to 9 p.m.
Eastern Standard Time. Be there. And, we're a little less crowded sometimes on Thursday nights, so pretty much everybody will get a question.
That's right,
you
Angel.
made it. Oh, are you gone? So we did do your reading if you missed it, Mr. Rivera.
And we hope Violet had a great day off. Well, we hope mostly she had a day of recovery because I know she needed the day off.
Absolutely. And good luck to any of our Florida followers who may be here today. We're wishing you the best with the storm coming your way.
All areas affected. North Carolina.
Yeah, well, we don't know how it's going to go. It may just cross the state and go back into the Atlantic.
I'm a little worried because I have cousins. My first cousin and her families are down there. That's a number of people, and I'm worried.
Well, and I have relatives in Georgia. I do have a relative in Georgia still. One passed away, but their daughter lives there, and so I'm, kind of concerned, and I just got acquainted with her. So hopefully everybody stays safe. Have a great rest of your day and week ahead, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now.